Yo, fam, what up? Hey, story time. Can y'all read that? Look at that. What does that say? Brush Towers Fest, Ill Skills 2, Freestyle Champion, April 27th, 2001. 23 years ago today, fam. 23 years ago. Your man, back then, back then I was known as Big Drub. DRUB, right here. Check it. It's a bit faded, but I had the website and everything. I don't know about that. I don't know about that big drum. Although, if you've seen, even the shirt I was rocking in my music video for the drubbing, that's where that all came from. So, back then I was known as Big Drub. The word drub, for those who don't know, means to pummel, to pound, to beat severely, decisively. So, and it was all battle, right? Coming up, that's what we did. Freestyles off the top of the dome, battling on the streets mainly. But then we got older and there was some organized battles, right? Hold on one second, y'all. See if I could get a little more light in here. I don't know if that's good or not, but right, so we had the organized battles. Boom. And this one was at college. So I went away to college, Southern Illinois University, for those who don't know, about 6 hour drive from Chicago where I lived. And Southern Illinois was wild. Like, it was dope. It was such a great time. But it was known, first of all, as it always made Playboy's list. Playboy magazine had a list every year of best party schools, party colleges in America. And Southern Illinois was always at the top. It was insane. It was like Mardi Gras every weekend. No lie. But they shut that all down because of us. Because we straight up rioted one year for Halloween. It was insane. But that's another story. Hey, if y'all want stories from me like this one about whatever it might be, y'all are creative, think of some ideas, what you'd like me to hear, what kind of stories you'd like to hear from me. I got a ton of stories as it pertains to rap, hip hop, just my life in general, craziness when I was young, running the streets, whatever it might be. So anyway, Southern Illinois was wild. It wasn't your average typical college campus at all. I mean, first of all, even the fact that I got into it just shows, because all you needed was like a 2.0 GPA in high school to get into it. So Southern Illinois was known as like the hood, the most hood college in Illinois. Like, even more hood than colleges whose campuses were actually in the city, which was wild. I mean, I got stories about that, all types of crazy things that happened. Cats who came down there, set up trap houses in the trailer park where I lived at junior year. Like, it was just crazy. Cats was getting raided, kidnapped. It was insane. But point is, so this created for a really big hip hop community on the campus, which was super dope. And I mean, this was, like I said, 2001, which was my sophomore year. And you can imagine, I mean, hip hop was like, I'd say at the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s was like the last era of like peak real hip hop where there was actual culture. Cats was actually freestyling, battling, breakdancing, graffiti, all of that. Where now, when anybody who thinks about hip hop, all they think about is rap. It's rap culture. It's not like hip hop still exists. Don't get me wrong. Cats are still doing their thing on every level with every element of hip hop, but it's different. We all know it's very different. So anyhow, Southern Illinois, it was a huge hip hop community. And this was my sophomore year. So by then, I was already a huge part of that hip hop community. And cats knew me. They knew what was up. I already had the reputation in the hip hop community as the best. Well, it was two of us, right? Honestly, on campus, known as the best MCs. And that was me and my homie at the time, who actually now he's a successful rapper with even a bigger following and fan base than I have. His name is Open Mike Eagle. Back then, he was just Open Mike. He added the Eagle because my man's on some real, he calls it art rap, some real abstract kind of. So I guess he added the Eagle for whatever artistic reasons, but big up Open Mike Eagle. Go check him out. He and I were known as the dopest MCs on campus already at that point. And he had just won one of the organized battles. I think it was called Spring Jam or something like that along those lines. Or he won it the previous year. I don't know, but he won it. And then the pressure was on me. Everybody was like, dog, you got to get in this new ill skills. You got to do it. But for some reason, Open Mike didn't get in this battle. That's what everybody wanted to see, me versus Open Mike. But I don't know. Cat said he was shook. I don't know. I didn't say it. Hey, Open Mike, I know he follows me on some platforms. He might see this. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know what that, to this day, I don't know what that was all about. But nonetheless, so, and this ended up being like the biggest battle on campus, right? The biggest event. And the last big battle, I'll explain that later. But so the way Southern Illinois was set up, that's why it's called Brush Towers Fest, right? Because we had on campus, the main dorms for students were these 3 huge towers. Each of them had like 27, like around 30 floors, right? So 3 towers. We just called them the towers. Nobody called it Brush Towers, right? So, and in front of the towers was this huge field area in the main parking lot. Then across the street was the sports center, the sports complex, gym, Olympic pool. This whole, it was insane. So this event, which it wasn't just a battle, it was the Brush Towers Fest, right? Ill Skills was the battle, but it was a fest. There was a barbecue. There was all kinds of things going on, and just it was mad crowded. Just tons of people out there, and there was a stage set up where the battle was being held, amongst other things. So we out there, right? And like, obviously the hip hop community, everybody that was partaking in this battle, they knew what was up. They knew what to expect. They knew what was coming. A lot of them already felt like it was a done deal. Just give me the trophy. But nonetheless, you know, cats as MCs, they're going to compete. So it was on and popping regardless. So boom, we kick it off. And mind you, there's only me and one other white guy in the battle. In this organized battle. And the other white guy, big up my homie Babel, he actually is from my hometown, a year younger than me. We went to the same high school. And even in high school, he and I were really the only 2 white MCs repping. And when we were younger, we were in rival crews, funnily enough, but ended up being one of my main homies. Big up Babel, wherever you are, you know, who knows. But hope you're well. But so, of course, you know, back then, even to this day, but back then especially, you know, it was like, oh, what's this white boy doing? What's this white? Da, 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 da. Always, always. So, anyhow, battle starts, right? And this is just how it all played out. So the battle starts, we're up on stage, Cats is doing their thing. There's not a lot of people in front of the stage watching the battle. Everybody's dispersed all around this huge field. I mean, there were hundreds of students out there at this point. I don't know. It felt like thousands to me at that time. It was just a sea of students, right? But you know how memory is. I mean, we definitely do like enlarge things in our minds as well. But regardless, it was a lot of people out there, right? But not very many in front of the stage at first, because Cats was battling. Well, they weren't. It was all right, but you know. So anyhow, boom, my turn comes up. They call me up. Boom, big drum. All right, bet. Go up there, boom, 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 boom. First round, I destroy dude. All of a sudden, you see people start gravitating. People in the crowd are talking, yo, this white boy, oh, check him out. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, next round. I don't even remember my competitors or really anything of that nature, but next round, I just know I was slaying Cats. Next round comes, boom, there's a lot more people in front now. And they're pretty much all coming because they heard about me in the first round. Second round, same thing. Destroy whoever it was. May they rest in peace lyrically. Destroy them, right? All of a sudden, people are coming, they're flocking in. Everybody's hearing about this white dude that's just, I'm talking about embarrassing, where the whole crowd is like, whoa, going crazy, right? Third round comes. I believe this was the round before the finals, right? Again, dominating, rhyme dominator, ba, 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 big, I'm drubbing them. It is what it is. This is what I always did. This was nothing to me. This was normal to me. This was routine to me. I never lost a battle in the streets or otherwise, ever. Nobody ever even outdid me in a cipher, real talk. And anybody that knows me, grew up with me, they'll vouch for it. So, but still, I'm getting hyped because the crowd is getting hyped and everybody is obviously there. At this point, they're cheering for me. It's like it's my battle, right? So third round, boom, 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 slay 'em. Come to the final round. I kid you not. No exaggeration. Now, I might exaggerate how many people exactly were there. I don't know. I'm not even going to put a number. But basically, everybody that was at this festival was now in front of the stage and all awaiting my performance, right? I am not kidding you. It was insane. So last final round, right? Championship round. And it was against one of my homies too. I mean, everybody in the battle was pretty much my homie because, like I said, we were all in the community, and he already knew what's up. He knew what's up. He knew his days were numbered, right? But nonetheless, so it went like this. They did a coin toss. He flipped it, and I chose. I don't know. I can't remember who won the coin toss, but basically he ended up going first, which is never a good move when you're battling me, right? So he goes first. I go next, and I just absolutely obliterate. Now, mind you, there's supposed to be 2 in this final battle for the championship title. For this thing right here, this right here, there's supposed to be 2 rounds, right? So he goes, I go. He goes, I go. So we're only halfway in. He went, I retaliated. Boom, boom, boom. I kid you not. After only the half of the final round, after I went, the host jumps out. The crowd is going insane. I'm talking about at least there's hundreds of people, all going nuts, cheering. The host hops out in front of me. He says, "It's over. It's over. It's done. We ain't even giving this dude another shot. It's done. Big drop. He won." And he straight up asked the crowd, "Yo, this is about to be a Big Drub concert. Y'all trying to just hear Big Drub rap right now? Forget this battle. Forget this. This battle's over. Yo, this is his concert right now." And the crowd goes crazy. None of this is, okay, you know how it is. Maybe it's a little exaggerated in my mind, but it's still all factual. The crowd goes crazy. Yeah. So my homie, hey, he couldn't even front on that. The dude who I just slayed. He was supposed to go again, but how do you even front on that? The host jumps out. It's over. It's a wrap. The crowd's going crazy. They don't even want to hear you, bro. You can't front on that. So he humbly bowed out. I get the mic, and literally, I just turn to the crowd and just start freestyling off the top of the dome for the crowd, and they're going crazy. And that was it. And then I was granted the trophy. Yo, and the wild thing is, so after that, of course, everybody, not everybody, but I was known on campus then, the illest MC, whatever it is. Again, me and Open Mike Eagle, and then it was even more hype, because Open Mike won the one battle, I won this one. Now we had to clash, right, at some point. So now next year, everybody wanted me to come back to defend my title. But especially because of me, because I know I was going, back then, bro, I was going hard. I was underground, more like just hardcore. So I know I was saying a lot of like what people would consider homophobic stuff. And so the next year they changed the rules to where you couldn't even curse. You couldn't even use cuss words in the battle. And I was like, nah, count me out. I ain't even in it. So I didn't even go. But I swear, I attended the battle the next year just in the crowd. And it was so whack that the host, it was the same host, I believe, he stopped the battle. He saw me in the crowd and he was like, yo, Big Drub, come on, dog. Come on up here, man. You got to save this. I was like, nah, bro, I can't even do it. They don't want to let me be me and just be up here cursing, clown on cats. I can't even do it. I'm straight, nah. So, and after that, just the whole battle scene went down in terms of organized battles. So Open Mike and I never got a shot. Yo, Open Mike, if you watching this, bro, I challenge you. Let's bring it back. 4 years later. Let's have that battle, dog. Let's do it, man. Let's do it for the people. For them SIU Salukis, bro. But nah, it was amazing. It was such an amazing experience. And I can't really, I remember, for example, like one of the homophobic or whatever you want to call it, gay slurs, like something I said, one line, I don't really remember anything, but I remember this line because the crowd went crazy. I think it was the craziest they went. So the Brush Towers, right? Like I said, the towers that the dormitories. So I said a line, something along the lines, obviously I can't remember verbatim, but I was like, something like, after I win, I'm going to go roll a blunt and smoke in the towers. After you lose, you're going to go and drop soap in the shower. So, the crowd went crazy off that. Like, I think I also had a line like something I said along the lines of, and this was back then, people probably didn't use this bar, something like "You're Gonna Be Winfrey" like Oprah, and I know the crowd went crazy for that. Like I can just remember little bars like that, but obviously 23 years ago, it's a surprise I even remember any of the bars that I spit. But it was such an impactful, profound experience that something had to stick, I suppose. But mainly it's just the vibe. I mean, I done shows, I rocked shows where the crowd was hype, everything. But the way it gradually progressed and the crowd just kept coming and getting bigger and bigger, all from me. And by the end, it was no longer a battle. It was my concert. I mean, it was nuts. It was insane. And it left such a lasting impact on the campus, especially the hip hop community. I mean, after that, I was basically a legend, enshrined as a legend. Which I've always been in my hometown, in high school, after that at college, on any level that I've ever rapped at and participated in. I've always pretty much been known as a legend by those who know, and to this day. So anyhow, yo, I just wanted to share that because I saw this and I was like, wait, hold up, that's today. I'm like, yeah, let me drop that story, yo, and I still got it in pristine condition, this trophy. So yeah, and aside from that, that's really the only organized battle that I ever really partook in and absolutely dominated, obliterated the competition. But I have many more stories of like battles on the street, because really it was mainly on the streets. That's where it was at back then. So I got many stories like that, many stories about other things, about hip hop, streets, just my life in general. So like I said, if there's anything y'all want to hear me talk about, stories you want me to share, maybe I'll do a story day Saturday, like Story Saturday, and maybe not every Saturday, but on some occasional Saturdays, get on here and bust out a few of my stories for y'all. So if there's anything y'all could think of, y'all are creative. Anything you could think of in terms of some kind of stories you might want to hear about my childhood, hip hop experiences, whatever it might be, let me know down below, of course. And yeah, if you enjoy this, like it, comment, share, subscribe, of course. And yeah, I'm probably gonna be doing more. I know I have my second channel and I've been uploading some videos on there, but I don't know, to be honest, of course it's not about numbers and all of that, but it is a little bit disheartening when I post a video and it doesn't really even get seen, and I'm like pouring my thoughts and my heart and my soul into it, because my other channel doesn't have obviously as nearly as big of a subscriber base as this channel, and it's also such an old channel that a lot of the subscribers are not users anymore, whatever it may be. So basically I'm just thinking I might just start, because I kind of wanted to keep this channel just for my music, but at the same time, I figure like I'm more than my music anyway. Diesel Automatic is not just my music. I'm not just an MC. I'm not just a revolutionary rapper, political rapper, conscious rapper. Like, I'm just a person. I'm a real human being, and I make music that reflects me and my reality in life as I perceive it. And music is not my only way of doing that. Talking is as well. So I think I am going to start doing more talking videos, all types of stuff, feel good stuff, stories, of course, deeper stuff, whatever it is, whatever I feel like. I just want to express myself. And hey, I mean, my YouTube channel is monetized and I really don't make much money off of it at all. So maybe that's another way for me to start gaining a little bit of revenue as well. I don't see anything wrong with that. Monetizing some of these videos once I get it up and going. That's a possibility, but that's not my main, obviously I'm just saying that because y'all might see it monetized in ads, and don't be surprised. But, I've worked hard to get to this point. So, but regardless, that's not the main intention behind me doing these videos at all, obviously. I just love expressing myself and sharing these things with y'all because I know people find value in it. Even something like this, like, not everything has to be all this deep, crazy, political, whatever it is. Like, sometimes we need just fun and some stories and some entertainment, but still keeping it in some positive, conscious, if you will, sphere. Like, we even the mindless, what we call mindless entertainment, sports, video games, whatever, watching sports, not playing. Playing is great, but just watching sports, being a mindless consumer of things, even that sometimes is okay. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect. We can't have these standards of ourselves where, no, it has to always be conscious in this. Like, bro, that's not even realistic. Anybody who pushes that notion, they're 100% a hypocrite, because if they really do a truthful, honest assessment of themselves, you know what? Otherwise, we're implying that we're perfect, that we never kind of veer off course or stray from the straight and narrow path of righteousness or whatever it may be. So anyhow, that's all, yo. I'ma keep it at that. And yeah, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna definitely be putting out more videos, talking, telling stories, whatever it might be. All right, y'all. Big love and respect. You know what we do. Let's go. Come on.